Another day of an excruciating sell-off and painful day for the equity markets today. In fact, at one point in time, we even breached that 18,300 level in trade and just about managed to surface above that mark. So 18,320 on closing bell, and that's a damage of about another 112 points gone. Having said that, we've not cooled off too much from the top. But that said, what's happening within the broader end of the market, between the high beta spaces, that's the one which is really giving you some jitters. So IRCTC, for instance, soon after hitting that 1 lakh crore rupee market cap club, that stock fell double digit in trade yesterday, and today as well on opening bell itself, soon after the bell rang, you had the stock gap down, and from there it only worsened. It's finally closed in excess of 20% lower. So in just the last two trading sessions alone, it's seen a damage in excess of 30% come in. That said, even specialty chemicals as a space, and remember, specialty chemicals as a pocket has been something that ran up pretty hard even pre-pandemic. So that's where you're seeing the chips get, being taken off the table. So be it a Deepak Nitrite, which lost about 12% today, or a Navin Fluorine, which was down about 8.5%. In fact, the entire sector was bleeding in today's trading session. The globally linked sectors as well. You had metals cave in today, Unilever lost some more. You even had Jubilant Foodworks, which posted an inline set of numbers, but analysts believe that inline set is not good enough for the kind of rich valuations that the stock was quoting. That cracked pretty hard, was down about almost 8.5% in closing bell. But the one pocket, unlike yesterday, which was IT, which managed to withstand today's storm, was telecom and some of the banking names as well. So be it Bharti, that held out by about 4% today. There was also Idea, which lapped up almost 7% gains. That said, you had some of the banking names also do very well. So SBI, for instance, cushioned the index to some degree, managed to close in at the session highs with a near 3% gain. You had an Bank as well hold out very well. BOB made a very decent move. Other names like a Z from the media pack, BHEL held out by about a solid 6%. IndusInd Bank, ITC after that big sell-off in the stock yesterday rebounded just a tad bit. Axis Bank, Bajaj Finance, Techam were some of the other movers in today's trading session. But that said, remember, this is a critical week. You've got lots of earnings lined up. In excess of 20% of the Nifty weightage reports its numbers this week, with Reliance due for its numbers on Friday post-market hours. And also what one needs to really factor in and take into account is that both FIIs as well as DIIs were sellers in yesterday's market, and there was huge shorting in the high beta names that I just earlier highlighted. Also, the fact that we are actually the global underperformers. If you take a look at how Asia shut shop, just a mixed bag with some of the names actually, or some of the markets actually holding out in the green. And that was exactly the case with the European markets as well when they kick-started trade. It was at best quiet, with marginal outperformers there. And so is the case with the US equity futures as well. When we shut shop for trade, they were at best closing in absolutely flat or indicative of a flat start. So one needs to really see, given that we've been global outperformers as of date, we're bound to fall even more, but one needs to see where the sell-off actually stalls.